All right, to watch this video for Thursday, June 7th. Um, if you know me at all, you know I've been running a trading chat room since 2004, which, what was it, like Pristine.com and me? There aren't that many still around that were around back then. Been doing this a long time, and just wanted to point out down below there is finally, the great folks at Trade Ideas gave me a discount code. So check that out. It's down below for the Trade Idea Scanner, which is literally the second click I make every morning, right? I log into my computer, I open my charts, and then I open my Trade Idea Scanner. I would not trade without it. If I was on vacation and trying to trade from a laptop without it, I wouldn't even try. I would just enjoy my vacation. So anyway, the great folks at Trade Ideas got a coupon code down there that you can use to get 15% off. So check that out. Absolutely love their product. Nice breakout in the SPY today. I also want to share this too, talking about the teamwork in our chat room. Aaron in our chat room, and we already had HTBX on watch. It was just kind of an example. I took a screenshot of Aaron letting everybody know, hey, they're presenting today at 2:45, might move it. And it was already on my watch list, but that sort of made it more front and center, right? And then Buffalo from our chat room talking about that 242 seller. That's kind of shorthand in our chat for over 242. There's a big seller at 242, and I'm going to show you the chart on this one real quick. HTBX, I'll take today's candle out of it. 242 happens to be the top of this flag that I've been talking about for a few days. We've had this on watch for a few days, and so a great alert by Buffalo. I actually got filled right at 242, I believe, as that seller was getting taken out. And, you know, I left a ton on the table, but it ended up going all the way to 290, and I still made, what, $700 something from it. So another just shining example of the great teamwork in the room. Let me go into the watch list. And keep in mind when you watch my videos, I am a day trader. So this list just gives me a place to start and looking for stuff to make a trade in tomorrow. I do not hold overnight, all right? So there's nothing compelling here. This is a relatively new issue, the ZS. So there's nothing compelling here to me. It's, you know, a matter of fact, it looks extended, right? 4 days up in a row off the lows. But in after hours, it's trading at 34.70. All-time highs for this thing are 34.83. So absolutely worth watching tomorrow. I don't think I've ever traded it, so anytime there's kind of a newer issue, they're usually kind of squinky traders, so be careful with it. But if it gives a low risk setup, hopefully we'll catch a trade in it tomorrow. AXON, trading at 492 in after hours, by the way. When we got really close to the closing bell, I told everybody in chat this might be an after hours runner, barring you know, an offering announcement or something like that. And that holds true. When you have a strong stock gapping up, and then it closes near its highs on massive volume. Look at that, 112 million shares. A lot of times you get further upside. It could be worth a nibble, even right before the close. And like I said, right now it's trading at 492. I'm not holding it. I didn't take it into the close, but that holds true. And it absolutely trading higher. So I'm going to have this on watch tomorrow. Let me go back to that real quick, because I did make a call on this one today, AXON. Called it right. I'm going to go to 2-minute candles real quick. Just kind of give you an idea of some of the stuff we look for. So it gapped up. Sellers came in, and it looks like they're going to knock it back down. There's nothing interesting. I never guess when I take a trade. All my trades have to make sense. And then as it started to come back up, you can see right here it opened at 366. Called out my idea over the mic as a red to green. In other words, through the open 367. I said then the high of day break is only 13 cents above that. So a good chance you go red to green. Some of these people who shorted, look at all this volume here, who shorted this gap up, they're in trouble, right? When this goes red to green and the high of day is just above that, I call that stacked catalyst, and the next domino to fall is very close. Oftentimes you get this, right? You get the, there's the entry. It did chop around for a bit, and then you got a really nice push, and again, closed at its highs. Absolutely on watch tomorrow. Anyway, let's see. Seed, SEED, nice volume, and I don't know. I haven't traded this one in forever, but it is breaking out of like a 2-month range on a little bit of extra volume. So we'll see if it gives us a red to green or something like that tomorrow. Kind of the same thing in IDT, breaking out of a 2-month range on strong volume. Strong volume for this stock. I would point out that's still only 1.3 million shares, but it could have a red to green and a continuation day tomorrow. HEAR. Speaking of chat room calls, I called this one twice today. I gave 2 entry ideas. One was right about here before it broke. Volume was coming in. Ramesh in our chat room had just said, hey, watch HEAR. Volume was coming in, and then Benzinga squawked out some news. So he had 3 things going for it, and it still hadn't broken the high of day. If you're in our chat room, you know what a Tokyo trade is. I called it right about here, 17.15 to 17.20, somewhere in there. And then we got the high of day break and a nice push all the way up to 17.80. So that one was easy. And then I also called it right there. About 17.48, I think was my idea, 17.28 stop. And then you got the push through the high of day. And by the way, in after hours, it's trading at 18.23. So a couple nice ideas in HEAR. Let's go back to the daily now. I want to watch it again because it held support and had kind of a strong close and some after hours news. So that's a really strong stock. I'm going to keep that on watch. CODX. I don't know. You know, you always want to say, well, who's winning? You know, bulls or bears, longs or shorts. And in this one, I have no idea. You know, you had this crazy move, then it gaps up and has this shooting star look, then it gaps down and closed right where it closed yesterday. So just because of the recent volume and volatility, I'm going to have it on watch. But I don't look at that chart and say, hey, here's where I like it tomorrow. BLNK, after a really nice move, went sideways for, I don't know, 2 or 3 weeks and then rolled over finally. But I am kind of expecting a bounce one of these days. I think shorts don't want to get overconfident in this. They've had a good few days. And last time it bounced off of 410. I'm not saying it's going to get down there, but if I get any kind of low-risk setup, I'm looking for a bounce in BLNK tomorrow. That's not a very bullish-looking chart, though, so I don't love it by any stretch. We had First Solar on watch today for a bounce, FSLR, and it kind of has a bottoming tail now. I didn't take a trade in this one, but look at that volume. So it's certainly overdue to continue today's intraday bounce tomorrow. We'll see if we get a setup. AETI, huge move, and then 2 days lower on declining volume. Fairly decent setup for a turn back up tomorrow. ALT, I kind of like this chart. You had big volume here, and it's kind of going sideways. It's starting to curl back up. Nice volume today. I really like it up over this range, so I'm going to keep that one on watch. VBLT gapped up today. I talked about it in the video last night and ended up closing fairly strong, so I'm looking for a possible continuation day tomorrow. And lastly, I've got CHKE on watch. Not in love with this one, but it had this big move back here, which was yesterday, all the way to 135, and then today tops out at 102. So I don't know. If it can go sideways for a while, then maybe get a volume push through the whole number 1, we might get a lower risk trade there. That's it. Great teamwork in chat. I'm going to quit babbling. Have a great night, and we'll see everybody in chat tomorrow.